Kiki Classic Rock.
So, more classic rock news, because why not? It's Friday night. I'm feeling all right. How about you guys? You feeling all right? Woo, we still here? All right, everybody. I'm still breathing. Can you still hear me? Yep, I'm still here. Rating the Rock Vault. Yes, best show in Vegas. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go. Let's see what else is on deck tonight for Classic Rock Roll. All right, let me be out. And now it's time for your Classic Rock Raw. That was right on. That was spot on that time. I had Al down pat. So I thought this was really cool. When I read this, I'm like, wow. This really gets to my hashtag, keeping classic rock alive. And you'll see why in a second. The late and great Meatloaf's album, Bat Out of Hell, is now the UK's biggest debut album of all time. Because how do you not love Meatloaf's music? How do you not love Meatloaf? And I think that is so freaking cool. But how? How is it the UK's biggest debut album of all time? That album came out in 1977, guys. Holy macaroni. So I was just confused, but it doesn't take much to do that to me. So this album apparently has had a lot of chart action continuously throughout the years. And in 2013, Bat Out of Hell reached the UK's top 10 for the very first time. Then this past January, it peaked at number 3. An album from 1977 in the classic rock genre. Let's go. Our music. So this was announced on BBC Radio 2 as this past Saturday, October 15th, was National Album Day. I didn't even know I missed it. I missed it. So I'm sorry. So it was National Album Day. Coming in at number 4 was Lady Gaga's album, The Flame, from 2008. And I'm telling you, I am on a Lady Gaga kick. Freaking, mama poker face, mama poker face. I don't want to be friends. I don't want to be friends. I love her. Gosh, the shoes she wears, she looks like an amphibian with her shoes. Like, and I don't even know how she walks in those things and doesn't break an ankle. But I love her. Love her. Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses was at number 17. And just the fact that the Meatloaf album is number 1 in the UK after 45 years of being released is true heaven and just brings it all to reality for all of us, really. Edgar Winter and Todd Rundgren were also on the album, and in the UK, the album went 11 times platinum and 26 times platinum in Australia. Did you realize that album was that big? I mean, I did, but not that big. Holy, 11 times platinum and 26 times platinum? That's insane. Insane. Meatloaf had a net worth of $40 million when he passed, but said that him and Jim Steinman never got any royalties from that album, which is completely shameful. That I did not know. No, I know this story's been out here for years, decades. How does this happen? How? Please tell me, because it's BS. Clearly, it's just, oh my gosh. Can I just tell you, I get very passionate and really pissed off when I read about stories like this. And how these artists and songwriters cannot get royalties from something so big as Bat Out of Hell. How can you do that? I'm just saying, with a clear conscience. How? But you know what? All comes back. I'll get you. In 2017, Meatloaf put out a social media post asking fans not to buy the record, the re-release, because there was a new release at that time. And he just basically said, don't do it. Boycott it. And I'm betting people did. In a 1996 article in the LA Times, Meatloaf estimated he was owed about $14 million of unpaid royalties then. And that was 26 years after its release. Now it's 19 years later, and gosh only knows how much that number has grown to. But clearly, it's just like dust in the wind. Oh my gosh. It's so sad. Meatloaf discovered that he was being shorted record sales after Billboard began using a tool called SoundScan in 1993, and the numbers were not matching. There were several lawsuits throughout the years. Meatloaf did get his financial footing back because he did have to file bankruptcy at one point. But to have to fight for something that you created and someone somewhere is making money on your thing is wrong. It's just effing wrong. I can't. So yeah, just stuff I was not truly aware of. I may have, read about it at one point, but I think that's important stuff to know about our artists. They go through so much. Some of them have it easy peasy. Everything is just, it goes along. Their career is just smooth. How many, really? I mean, I'm sure everybody has bumps in the road, but I mean, to just hear something like that. And I think I could be mistaken, and I'm sure one of you will let me know if you find out the info, but I think that Bat Out of Hell was number one in terms of record sales for a long time. And I think Thriller knocked it out, if I'm not mistaken, but I believe the Eagles now hold that record. I could be wrong.